Hi everyone, hope you're having a great day. So I had a great day today. I got to fly the Mavic Mini for the very first time. And I'll tell you right off the bat, this thing is pretty impressive. I had some pretty low expectations when they first announced it. And actually after watching some of the videos, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if that's really a drone that I want. But after flying it today, it's pretty cool. It's really fun to fly. And I'm actually pretty impressed with the performance. Number one, in the wind, very windy today. So I wanted to test it out and see how it does in the wind. And then secondly, as far as image quality, it's pretty good. And so what I want to do is to show you my first experience in flying the Mavic Mini. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Russ and this is 51 Drones. On this channel, you're going to find a variety of content about drones, things like tutorials and reviews and comparisons, and occasionally I'll do some other tech related reviews. So go ahead and browse around the channel, and if you like what you see, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. So today, when I took the Mavic Mini out, I was so excited to fly it. I was going to fly it from home, but I couldn't because the DJI geofencing doesn't allow me to launch. There's a grass airstrip about 2 miles away, and so it won't let me self-unlock. It's not updated yet. So I got Lance approval to fly, but DJI won't let me fly. So I drove out to this trestle, this train bridge. If you've been with the channel for any amount of time, you're probably sick of seeing it. But I like flying out there because it's a nice subject to get some footage of. And so I had two goals today. I wanted to see how it did in the wind, and then I also wanted to see how the image quality looked at 2.7K, and then I also want to see how the photos looked because I've seen some pretty good photos online. And so I took it out there, and just a couple things. I used my my Osmo Action here because what I'm trying to do with the Mavic Mini, I'm going to do something a little bit different than I've been doing recently. Now, when I first started this channel, my videos were raw, like it was, I showed things as I was doing them, and I think people really liked that. And then as I tried to build my channel to make it more professional, look, higher production quality, I kind of got away from just showing people what it's like to fly a drone and to get away from, you know, the information. And so I was valuing the production quality higher than the information. And so with the Mini, what I like to do is go back to the way that I used to do things, just try to keep my videos as raw as possible. And so that's why I was using the Osmo Action. And then I had my Rode Wireless Go, and then my DJI Lav mic, which I'm actually using right now because it's so windy. But this is what the audio sounded like because I didn't have the DJI adapter plugged in correctly into the Osmo Action. So go ahead and listen to this. This one didn't even an option. I couldn't even launch it without updating. So I tried my hardest to bring you guys a raw video, but it was so stinking windy, and that adapter, even if it gets bumped a little bit, if it's not snugly pushed in the Osmo Action, it doesn't work really well. So I'm not impressed with that adapter, that audio adapter for the Osmo Action. So hopefully a third party comes out with something a little bit better. But so anyway, I'm going to kind of interject some of the clips from me flying, the ones that don't have such bad wind noise on them. But a couple of things, a couple of pieces of advice for you. Number one, make sure you use a good memory card, an Extreme Pro, or I can't remember the other ones. Actually, it's this card right here, the Extreme Plus. This is the card that I use in all of my drones, and it's never failed me, and it's pretty inexpensive. So if you're looking for a good micro SD card for your Mavic Mini, I'll put a link down in the description for it. So anyway, that's one recommendation. Number two is make sure you update before you leave home. I did not, and the first time it's not going to let you launch until you update. And so that took about 10 extra minutes, and also took some battery life. And so make sure you update before you take it out to fly, because otherwise you won't be able to fly and it's going to take some of your battery. So then I finally got it up in the air, and immediately I knew how this was going to handle in the wind, because like I said, it's about 25-mile-per-hour wind right now. Of course, where I live, it's sheltered. I'm surrounded by trees and everything, but out in the open, it was pretty windy. And this little thing, I was pretty amazed. It was sitting about like this, fighting that wind, and the image didn't shake at all. I'll put some video up here on the screen, and it did very well against the wind. And so then I raised it up. I got to the same level as the railroad bridge, and I just flew around a little bit, got a little bit of footage. And then fortunately, a train came by. And so I was able to get some video footage of a train going over Here's a little bit of that, and I'll put more of it at the end of this video, but I think the image quality looks pretty good, at least looking at it on my screen. Pretty impressed with that 2.7K at 30. You know, a lot of people were disappointed that this doesn't have 4K, but I think 2.7K, even at 40 megabits per second, I think it looks pretty good. You know, unless you're watching it on a 4K 65-inch television, you're not going to notice the difference. So then I just flew around a little bit more. I was just going to see how it kind of handled in the wind, and I had no issues at all. I was able to control it, and it went where I wanted it to go. One thing, it's so small that keeping visual line of sight with this drone is going to be very, very difficult. I mean, I wasn't even that far away and I couldn't see it. 46 meters high and then 93 meters away. I can't see it. It's supposed to keep visual line of sight, but it's so darn small. You can see me right there, but I can't see the darn thing. It's so tiny. Now it's, you know, overcast sky, so that made it a little bit more difficult because the color of it kind of blends in with the clouds. But on a sunny day, you probably could see it farther away, but I was not that far away and I could not see the drone. So, and then I snapped a couple of photos. I'll put those up here on the screen, and I'm pretty impressed with the image quality of the photos. Billy Kyle posted some photos from Philly, and those look amazing. So hopefully we'll get some better weather. Now, this is a bad time of year to get good images around here. Everything's brown, kind of brown and gray. And so we're gonna have to wait until it either snows so I can get some nice snow photos, or we're gonna have to wait till the spring to get some high quality photos with the Mavic Mini. So overall, my first impression of the Mavic Mini, how it handles well. Image quality is satisfactory to me. You know, it's not professional quality, but it's not meant to be professional quality. It's meant to be, you know, good enough for someone that's just getting started to be able to get some pretty good images from above. I do plan to compare it to the Mavic Air and the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic Pro in many different variables. So if you're interested in seeing those comparisons, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. If you got anything of value from this video, go ahead and click on that thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. I want to thank you for watching the video today. Have a great day, and as always, fly safe and fly smart.